Do you want to contribute to sports coaching research? If you're a head coach, assistant coach, or strength and conditioning coach, working within a team or individual context in sport or training, stick around to find out how. I'm Danny Hatcher, expressing my coaching journey, contributing to the coaching conversation. Don't be a passive consumer, comment, share and subscribe to stay involved. I've covered coaching knowledge before on this channel, but something I saw over Twitter that I think could really help in coach education. Everyone in coaching has their own experience, context, and knowledge that helps them be the coach they are. But I think every coach with a little bit of theory, a little bit of practice, and a lot of reflective conversation can develop and better their practice. There is a study that I came across on Twitter that's done by Rachel at Nipissing University. I think I've said that right. With support from Dr. Mark Broomer and Dr. Colin McLaren. Again, I hope I said those names right. And what this study is looking to find out is where we, as coaches, get our knowledge and information from. Do you rely on practice and trial and error, books, NGB courses, watching others, talking to others, YouTube, podcasts? The list goes on. It also asks how you would like to gain this information, so if you're not doing it already, how you would prefer to gain information about coaching and the profession. Now, for those of you that have seen any of my previous videos, you may be aware that I'm not a big fan of reading. Nope. If you're like me, you'd much prefer to watch a YouTube video, listen to a podcast, or just have a conversation. I'm sure there are other coaches out there that are the complete opposite, but this is something hopefully this study will shed some light on. For me, this study has the potential to answer quite a lot of questions about coach education. The question I'm most intrigued to get an insight on is bridging the gap. Let me explain a little bit. When I've looked at the number of coaches, in the UK anyway, the majority of coaches, however you define what a coach is, are volunteers. I may be wrong in saying this, but I don't think many volunteer coaches are going to go into academic literature and research topics like relative age effect, long-term athlete development, the effects of maturation. On top of that, there is a cost to accessing academic literature. So how are the coaches supposed to learn? What I imagine most of the coaches do is they do their NGB course or their qualification, get their certificate, pay attention, not pay attention, it's down to them. Then they go out and coach from either their experience or what they see. An example of this I've seen quite a lot in football is the coach gets their level 1 or their level 2. Then with the under-9 team on a Sunday, they coach them as if they're Manchester City or Liverpool.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Now for me, I don't think that is the most effective way to coach in that context. If you disagree, feel free to comment down below. If we can find out where most of these volunteer coaches and professional coaches get their knowledge and information from, maybe it is YouTube, maybe it's conversation, but we can then disseminate all the information that we have in literature and we have in the professional coaching world and give it to the people that may have less access to that information. And then we can talk about and develop everyone as a whole coaching workforce. All the way from grassroots coaches up to the elite performance. Now, I know in some coaching contexts, like strength and conditioning, there are lots of different social influencers. Some giving out effective information that is backed by research or backed by experience. Others, well, if you know any good coaching resources that are on video or podcast, please link them down in the description below. That way anyone watching the video can see them, and obviously I can go have a look myself. I know for myself, I want to talk to as many coaches as I can from as many contexts as I can, so I can learn. But without knowing where all the coaches go to talk, I can't really have that conversation. Anyone that watches this channel will hear what I have to say, and could expose you to different topics or ideas of thinking about coaching. It also gives you the opportunity to talk or communicate with any of the other coaches that watch or comment on the video. And this is the best way for me to communicate with other coaches. And anyone watching this video or commenting down in the section below can talk about theory or application of theory for praxis for free, unless YouTube starts charging you to watch the videos. Anyway, went off a little bit of a tangent there. So to take part in the study, it takes about 10-15 minutes, so you could do it while you're waiting for your dinner to cook, or on your bus home, or train journey home. You have, I believe, until the end of December 2019, so that's this year, gives you about a month to do it, so not too long. But like I say, it doesn't take too long to do, so just do it straight after watching the video. You will find a link in the description below to the study, and Rachel did give me a QR code that I will show on screen now. I would suggest pausing the video just to make it a little bit easier for yourself. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or go directly to the researchers. Don't be a passive consumer, contribute to the conversation. See you next time.